I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another iteration of the My Hero Academia Manga Chapter Reads. We are here with the new chapter 373. I'm here with Mark.
Hi.
And Mark, there's something that we always do for every new chapter. And what would that be?
Recap episode.
In addition to that, I would like to also get you guys' attention on a possible video that will be coming out in regards to the My Hero Academia trading card game, because I didn't know about that until like a couple weeks back when I opened up some Pokemon cards. So hopefully I'll have that already prepped and ready so you guys can check it out, like whatever card or link below. Go ahead and check that out, because that was a wild thing to see, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some polls later on about that might be also equally crazy. But in any case, let's talk about the recap at chapter real quick. Because it's been like 2 weeks. Right, so we get a little bit of flashback last time about, you know, our two students, that would be Shoji and Anima, or Koda. They're talking about how they knew about this whole rebellion showing up, and they were the ones to do that. And it was Present Mike who was tasked by Aizawa to like watch over them, because it was gonna get intense. Literally, you see Quark awaken Koda, you see Crazy Arm Shoji, and they're actually going toe to toe with these guys. It's really
like they can keep up.
Going toe to toe. Like, this barely recognizable spinner is he's getting tossed. Like, you can't even, like, he looks like a Monster Hunter monster.
He really does.
Like, they have like 2 panels where it shows his current form and like how he was prior to like getting the additional quirks. What happens is that he barges into the hospital, and without really showing it, shows the carnage he's about to like lay waste to. And that's when he reaches Kurogiri, placed up in what seems to be a pretty empty room at this point, but we have Present Mike right there calling out to Shirakumo to try to like appease that side of Shirogiri or Kurogiri. Shiro. Oh my god, yeah,
You
it's
did that
Shirogiri.
perfectly on accident.
Shirogiri.
You did that perfect on accident. That's so good.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's pretty accurate. I didn't even realize that.
That was just off the cuff. I was like, damn.
Ooh, but now we have chapter 373. We just talked about this prior to recording. We got this manga cover of Shirogiri, who you see Shirakumo's actual like face, the structure, everything, but of course like the darkness that like covers him on like the left side partially by Kurogiri. As you're saying, it's pretty haunting. And it's
both haunting and really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the effect of the eye, like how you see where Kurogiri's eye, the bright yellow, like, or like the bright yellow energy is like going off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see Shirakumo's eyes.
Mm-hmm. I really like that.
Like, this is just the cover for this is just a cover for the a page cover, but I really think this could make a really good manga cover.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, yeah, they did. They didn't need to go this hard. They put colors into this too. Damn. Looks like on the first page we're starting. We get it could be not really possible. It's not really a flashback. It's just Shoji and Koda like fighting off a bunch of folks. It has Present Mike saying that I'm going after Spinner at the hospital. Stay here and do whatever it takes to keep them all out. And they're doing their best, but it looks like we got some dude who's like sneaking up behind Shoji.
Shark Man.
But what? Oh, what is? Okay, sorry. Next page, right? Someone intercepts that thing. Intercepts like the club or whatever wrench like weapon this guy's got.
Like a shovel almost.
Yeah. And it's actually just another dude in the fight who just kind of holds it. He doesn't even look like he knows what he just did.
It's the pig man who dropped his weapon the last time.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Everyone just stops and looks at them. You see in his eyes as he just says, They're
just like, oh.
And it feels like everything just got quiet. I think maybe we're using our anchor the wrong way. And it goes back to that dude who was trying to like get everybody, like from the guy from the top who was getting everybody to like move like kind of in sync with their emotions, but he's like, do not cower, do not halt, follow our rep. The whole wicked system has turned a blind eye for too long. Teach them the error of their ways. Think only of the abuse you've endured. I am thinking real hard. I gotten beaten up for no good reason, and my blood boils just thinking about it. Yet, oh my god, oh, I got a little bit of goosebumps there. It shows a panel of him, kind of just walking. Well, yeah, he blocked the attack, and now he walks kind of alongside Shoji, and he says, "Are you going to laugh at me for being so indecisive?" Shoji just kind of looks. He's kind of in shock right now.
Like, huh?
He continues, "I just got pummeled up when I heard. I got real pumped up. Sorry, not pummeled. I got real pumped up when I heard folks talking about the call to action. They said staying silent would be siding with evil. Since
Yep.
since the world's turned its back on us, we've had to turn the whole world upside down. I heard about our rep, our messiah. I'll read this last bit. Are we doing the wrong thing here? Don't care. Don't care.
Don't care.
Spinner. But the whole world's like, really? What's that even mean? I couldn't bring myself to hurt the folks in that hospital. And it goes back to our dude. That stupid octopus just became a real thorn in our sides. Right when we managed to radicalize their passion into a mighty meat shield. That passion and fervor was meant to bring about our supremacy. Enough nonsense. Don't stop to think. Everyone
Don't think. Remains. Don't use rational thought.
Bit of silence right here. Why have you stopped? This is a revolution. March forward. Bring it all crashing down. The guy getting the our pig dude continues. Was I really wrong about all this? Should I have sat at home and just kept quiet? Yeah, okay, sorry, go ahead.
All right. We see Shoji. The feelings that made you rise up today were neither useless nor wrong. The ones who've hurt us haven't been dragged into the light yet. We see our random hero. Looks like he's talking to some mutants, like the speaker in Coda.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard your voices loud and clear today. Sorry for not realizing sooner. Then we see in this middle shining panel, it's like a big shining light, but you never stopped thinking about all of it. You sure look like a bright and shiny example to me. Let's use that light to change those who inflict harm until they find it in themselves. Be ashamed of their cruelty. That fervor of theirs, as we see Rock Lock, and of course we saw all the other mutants throughout the rest of the time. Go to the next page. Just this whole crowd. See the crowd starting to calm down. We see Rock Lock here. All we could do to defend ourselves was fight fire with fire. Let's go. They need reinforcements in the hospital.
Nice. Here we go.
They're heading to the research wing. Next page. As we see, Spinner absolutely just took some big sound from President Mike. It looks like that hurt a lot. And the recordings, it looks like the recorder was destroyed.
Oh yeah.
You see here, literally the first thing is We see the recorder break and spin across the ground. The recording! Without All for One or Shigaraki's voice, he won't. We see Spinner twitching. Wake up! It looks like that's one of Shigaraki's hands. It looks like, and it looks very dark. So I'm assuming it's one of the ones from the Paranormal Liberation Front fight.
Wonder when they need the finger. They just need the
We see-
recorder, right? Oh, anyway.
We see fish as we see Kurogiri just sitting there. If Kurogiri's about to get taken back, I know what I gotta do. I think this is President Mike talking. Ever since then, he hasn't budged even a little. Maybe he really is broken beyond repair. And then we see Spinner on the ground. Mind going all blank. Body won't obey commands. You see him looking at Kurogiri. Only got this far. We see one of Shigaraki's battered up hands in the broken recorder over there. All right, and this is, I guess this is a lot. I think, is this for you or just for me? I don't know.
Actually, yeah, you read enough here. Let me catch up with this. No one's backing me up, says Spinner. Can't wake up Kurogiri. You get a shot of Toya from a flashback. So what you're saying? You're basically just an empty cosplayer.
Wow.
That whole time, my heart was totally empty. All that passion got me worked up, got me to take a stand, made me think. All I wanted was to follow him until he could stand tall. So it looks like, yeah, Spinner owes Shigaraki greatly. Present Mike's like, Spinner's grounded. Oh boy, this text is pretty small. Here, give me a moment.
Look at your reading magnifying glass, you're reading binoculars.
Yeah, I just like if need be, this was the last resort in the plan to divide and conquer. As he preps up to say something, he thinks back on the past. You know, Shirakumo, our pal's already lost an eye and a leg. Damn, he's right. Don't go ripping those good memories away from him too. And if you ain't Shirakumo anymore, then just do us a favor. Fade away and leave us the memories. But hey, if you're still our friend from back then... And he's like... And you're like, oh. This boy's about to be spitting. And all of a sudden we get... Bruh. Oh my god. So Spinner like gets one last ditch effort. He grabs the Shigaraki hand with the utmost speed. Flashes of memories like in the form of like manga panels like pop up in his head, showing the hand, most likely possibly a bit of the transformation, and just them just talking normally, probably before all this even happened. But Spinner says, you gotta save Shigaraki. And we have present Mike, Shirakumo, a black panel.
Ooh.
And then ghoul panel. The ghoul panel. I'll read these last bits here. All of a sudden, the darkness from Kurogiri starts to like escape from the body.
Sort of. Like, it's, you know what's the most interesting part about this? We can see that part of his face. We can, but this is what I found really interesting. Look at the bottom part of his forearm, and then look at the little hole in the shoulder. That's just skin.
Yeah.
There's no shadow.
That's interesting. Hold on. So it looks like right here, right now, the hand did actually make impact. As we see a face in the skin show, it shows the shadowy like part of his hand like hold on to Shigaraki's hand. We have a couple of panels here, and we only have one person speaking. I am all of me.
I am all of me.
I am the protector of Tomura Shigaraki. Uh-oh. And we just have to
But
spit him
here's the
down
thing.
on the ground. Well,
Some,
relatively unconscious.
yep. Someone had a theory about this, and I don't think it's too far off.
Hmm.
Being that if Shirakumo is still in there, he might have some sympathy, having pretty much helped raise Shigaraki.
Maybe.
So if Shirakumo's still in there, he might say that, but mean it in a different way.
I'm trying to see because I want to know what's kind of triggering the this phenomenon happening right now.
Because he doesn't seem, he's definitely not Kurogiri right now, but he's also not, I wouldn't say
Shirakumo.
he's not, he's kind of like a mixture of the two right now. Like even the bandage on his nose,
Yeah,
it's like the two are fighting for control right now.
I think so. Which is kind of weird because Shirakumo is dead. So there's
What?
something about the
I don't know.
I mean, they could really just do an all for one. Like I was there this entire time. I watched the entire thing, and I just picked him up when I could. I was like, this
Well,
man.
no, because remember, that's how they found out about the hospital was Shirakumo. It wasn't Kurogiri. It was Shirakumo.
Yes, that's right.
He was the one who told them, so that means he's still in there somewhere.
Yeah, so like I'm still kind of unsure about like how that's like all working. I'll honestly give it the pass because of the fact that it's so emotionally driven here. But what I want to know is that I don't think Present Mike said anything that would trigger this to happen. Like I get that the hand woke Kurogiri up and now he's functioning, but to have him violently react so that like part of Shirakumo like appears, I feel like it would take something where Present Mike says something specifically that triggers him, but didn't seem like he really got to say anything quite yet.
But he also said that he hasn't said anything or done anything since he said, like, the hospital and the lab. Like he's done nothing since then.
Yeah. So they weren't sure like if this guy's just now broken, if he's ever gonna function again. I can also guess that like maybe that bit where gotta save Shigaraki in the Shirakumo, that bit was actually maybe not like a text like internal monologue. It was actually something he probably said out loud. So that may have like triggered that too. But
What, when he said you gotta save Shigaraki?
right, so there's that,
So
and then right
that
below
is said
that,
out loud.
yeah, down, yeah, like no, the panel below that with Present Mike saying Shirakumo, I thought of that as just simply him thinking about that. But if he said that out loud, and that triggers like, yeah, I was thinking if that's actually meant to trigger Kurogiri to like shift a little bit, then that makes sense. And I may have misread that.
I mean, this is because Shirakumo is he's such a nice character and he's such a cool guy in the Vigilantes manga that it was really sad to see him go. But in this, of course, we see he's sort of still alive, and it appears that he is. There's two theories I see with this. It's either an internal conflict of the brainwashing programming that is Kurogiri, and the original vessel's will and soul trying to take back over, which is Shirakumo.
He might not really be able to fully function. He can't like get out of there either. Not without like resistance from Shirakumo's like will, his soul, if you will. So I'm curious how that's
unless
gonna.
Kurogiri and Shirakumo can come to some kind of agreement.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see that. That's a whole different like dynamic going on, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to really approach that while everything else is happening. But
then I think we could get a Shirakumo Kurogiri combo like the cover.
oh yeah, that ooh, that would be kind of weird. Like they really just have like this relationship where Shirakumo can live on as a Nomu, but he has like the sentient thoughts. He's the one who's in control. So he just constantly looks like that cover. So I was like, whoa, that's kind of sick, but also
I mean,
this is
that'd be
kind of
pretty
messed up.
badass. That'd be pretty badass looking though.
That's so sick, but it's also kind of sick.
Yeah, he technically is just a living. He technically is just a zombie.
Yeah, he's a zombie.
Well, that's what Nomus are. They're walking corpses.
Yeah, that's messed.
However, Kurogiri, he's not as fucked up as the other Nomus are. Like, they their brains and shit sticking out.
Yeah,
Kurogiri's not like that.
yeah, he's like a very special like grade type of Nomu.
Yeah, like they used his body. They used Shirakumo's body, but they didn't take it. They didn't like. He doesn't have his brain showing. He's not like fully black, like all over in terms of like. You see, his skin is still underneath all of that smog.
Yeah, or at least maybe that might be one portion of it. It could be messed up in like specifically other places.
But like because we can see underneath of his skin or underneath of that smog, like where it's cleared up a little bit, that's his skin.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that underneath all of that shadowy smog and everything is Loud Cloud Shirakumo.
I wonder if he'll. I don't know. Like now I'm wondering like if all we taken into account could be true, could we possibly see like a combination of these two? And if that happened, would Shirakumo be able to use his original quirk, or would it just be Kurogiri?
Imagine combining Loud Cloud and the Warp Gate.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty sick.
I think that would be an unexpected little piece that would like be brought up for All for One to see, but we'll see.
Not only that, it would also change the outcome of the war.
This is true. Like they picked Shirakumo for a reason. They picked him specifically to be Kurogiri. Whether it be something of just compatibility, or it was just like, we want this to work, so we're gonna make it work. But I'm curious. Ugh. Just
Like,
if we do see him like go to the good side, he's not gonna be the guy on patrol. At least not on the ground where people can see him. Because that cover is haunting.
it is, but at the same time, it's really cool. It's like haunting and cool.
Mm.
And I just want to see where this goes because
Yeah, me too.
I've really been hoping you can bring Shirakumo back because I
In some
feel
way.
it's not impossible.
At this point, nah, I don't think so.
I feel like we could absolutely see the return of Shirakumo in some capacity.
Yeah. Let me double check and see what the when the next release date is. Boop, boop. A week. Cool.
And here is another question. I wonder if he's a character in the card game.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Maybe I'll know that. Maybe not. We's about to find out. Shuffle around and find out.
Time to open some cards.
Time to open these cards. All right, we'll do that just momentarily. But for now, let's go ahead and end this video. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back with chapter 374 next week when that comes out. But for now, that's gonna be it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see everybody in the next one. #bye everybody.